All right, I'm very excited to welcome you all tonight to the very first Founders Day Committee meeting, Monday, October 13th, 2025, and we will call this meeting to order. If we could all please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and we will go into roll call.
Grace.
Yes.
Perfect. Steve Cherney.
Present.
Mike Harding is not, he's absent tonight. Councilmember Miller.
Here.
Josh.
Here.
And Sophie.
Here.
All right. We do not need to take a vote on the approval of the agenda because this is a discussion evening. There are no public hearings. There are no citizens here to make petitions and comments. We don't have a consent agenda. We do not have old business. So we'll just hop right into number 10, new business. A Founders Day Committee update. Corey.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good evening, Founders Day Committee. Just starting out tonight, just have a Founders Day Committee update. A lot's happened, or I just want to give you a background of what's happened since your interviews. So at the July 2025 City Council meeting, Mayor Berg introduced the Founders Day Committee and the Council approved the motion. The Council agreed to appoint a 5-person committee, 1 appointed council member, and a city liaison. The purpose of the committee is to celebrate Lonsdale 100-plus year history, the 250th anniversary of America, and to execute the following. Secure fireworks and location, coordinate event logistics with the Lonsdale Aces, Rail 19 Bar and Grill, and other local businesses. Establish events and family programs focused on the history of the town. Possibly utilizing the historic 3R landmark school, and then coordinate fundraising donations, and possibly coordinate the coordination of food trucks. At the August 14, 2025 meeting, the City Council appointed Councilmember Miller as a liaison to the Founders Day Committee. Per the direction of the City Council, staff advertised and received 5 Founders Day Committee applications. That's everybody here tonight, so thank you.
That's awesome.
You're welcome. Wow.
Interviews occurred the following week, and with Mayor Berg and Councilmember Miller and myself. And then the City Council approved Resolution 2025-36 at the August 28, 2025 meeting, which appointed the members for this newly founded committee. So that includes everybody up at the diocese tonight. And then the council agreed that the Founders Day Committee will be a formal board with governing documents to be developed by the new committee and presented for approval at a future city council meeting. So that is our first line of business tonight, is to dive right into review and discuss Ordinance 2025-335, an ordinance amending Chapter 30 of the Lonsdale City Code to establish Founders Day Committee. So this will be official, eventually official. This will be added to the city code. And that's what we're going to jump into next. So Councilmember Miller, if you don't mind, I'm just going to continue.
Yeah.
So as I stated earlier, the council agreed that the Founders Day Committee will be a formal board with governing documents to be developed by the new members and presented for approval at a future city council meeting. So what's going to happen, like I just previously stated, the Founders Day Committee is going to formulate the bylaws. Councilmember Miller will bring these to a future city council meeting for input and feedback by our council. Once we get the consider approval of them, they will go into a public hearing and then back to city council for a final approval. So we just have to do some logistical work first before we truly dive into the event. So at this time, the fiscal impact is unknown. Our alternatives tonight is not to review or future ordinance 2025 through 35, but obviously we need to. And then in your attachments here, we have the first line, or the first draft. And I want to inform the committee tonight that this is the park board, this was the red line version taken from our park board commission that just met previously here at the meeting, or before our meeting. So I'm hoping that everybody has had a chance to take a look at the red line version here. And some of the changes are, and it's more or less just semantics, changing park board to Founders Day Committee, commission to committee. Our purpose here to promote and implement citywide events, celebrations, focus on the history of Lonsdale. I know the council, that was a main priority for the council to implement this committee, is to celebrate the great history of this town. To establish the committee, and then compensation, jumping into the compensation part, I just want to make sure that everybody here at this diocese knows that it's proposed that the Founders Day Committee shall consist of the 5 members recommended by the mayor and approved by the majority of the city council, the 5 members, and by the city council member. The committee first appointed, and I guess our first line of business here is the term of the committee member. So Council Member Miller, do you want to elaborate on this, or do you want me to just read through what's proposed at this time?
I'll just mention that usually on committees, we have kind of staggered terms so that people have a chance to reapply if you enjoy it, you know, things like that. And so I think if you want to just read what we have and we can see thoughts from everybody.
All right, so I'm on B, composition. Number 2, of the members of the committee first appointed, one shall be appointed for the term of 1 year. One shall be appointed for the term of one should be appointed for the term of 1 year. So we have 2 members appointed for 1 year. One shall be appointed for a term of 2 years. And then one should be appointed for the term of 3 years. And number 5, one shall be appointed for the term of 4 years. Their successors shall be appointed for terms of 4 years. Both original and successive appointees shall hold their offices until their successors are appointed and qualified. Vacancies during the term shall be filled by approval of the city council upon recommendation of the mayor for an unexpired portion of the term. Every appointed member shall, before entering upon discharge of his or her duties, take an oath that he or she will faithfully discharge the duties of his or her office. So, Madam Chair, do we agree with the terms as far as the terms of the committee members?
My only problem is, since this is a brand new committee, I feel like 1 year is kind of too short, because the first year will be kind of a learning curve for everybody, and then the second year you'll have a better chance to dig in. We can work from, suggestions, and after we debrief about how things went. So I really think the minimum term should be 2 years. How about, I can go around and get some input from you guys as well. Grace, what are your thoughts?
I think 2 years is good, or like a 1.5 year, if like that term of the 2 years is good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's fine, but I'd like to, consideration that the chair, who's ever elected chair, serve a 4-year term right off the bat for consistency and continuity.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah, I would agree with a 2-year minimum. Like you said, for the exact same reasons that you said. I think it's going to be a learning curve for everybody, and once we're all caught up to speed on how this thing works, then I think then it should start with the 1 year after the first year.
Yeah, I agree. I think that first year will allow us to learn our mistakes, and wherever we screw up, we can improve the next year. And build as a team all together instead of interchanging other faces that might have maybe, no experience in it because it hasn't even started yet. So I agree.
And then, committee, does everybody agree with, for election or appointment of the chair, the 4-year term? I just want to clarify, so I have I have the first 2 positions for 2 years, changing from 1 to 2, and then the 4 noting that the chair will serve as 4 years. Is that correct?
So moved for me.
Yes.
So the point of having staggered terms is so that there's not a large turnover of the board. So if you do 2, because it'll be 2 at 2 years then,
Yeah.
you'll have half the board turning over every 4 years.
That might be a good thing, though. I mean, if we can generate, it gives us incentive to generate enough interest that we have people that really want to serve, and I'd like to give it a try. It's my motion, I guess.
All right, tonight we're not doing motions because we're not an official committee
Okay.
yet, but we'll take that into consideration as far as updating the red line version. Members of the Founders Day Committee shall serve without pay, but may be reimbursed for actual expenses accrued in the discharge of their official duties with the council approval. Going to numbers C, number 1, that's just a simple semantics. Committee shall elect a chairperson from among its appointed members for a term of 1 year, and the commission may create and fill such other offices. So I see we need to update that 1 year to 4 years. And
Couldn't the chair just be reelected? I mean,
I feel like-
every other board and every other organization, it's 1 year.
I think, yeah, the reelected, because if it is somebody who has that 3-year term, that's just, I don't know.
As long as we don't destroy any continuity, because that's all that I'm aiming for. If you think that reelected, if they're doing a good job, they will be reelected. If the surety, since the mayor has the ability to, for lack of a better word, unappoint, since this is a volunteer organization, I'm gonna stand on the 4-year, just as a matter of continuity. But that's just one opinion.
Keeps our history going.
Yeah. Josh, do you have any input about the
No, I think I'm fine with the 4 years for the chair.
Sophie?
I agree, 4 years.
Yeah.
Again, that just goes against everything that any organization have been involved in as far as president, vice president, secretary. But
So
that's-
every year we do a reappointment
And
of the
that's no
chair.
different than the park board, we just had that meeting, the planning
Right.
commission, economic development authority. What other boards do we have? I'm sure the Lions are the same way too.
Yeah, so it's usually for a 1-year
It's
term,
very-
and then you
it's-
get reappointed
It's
typically.
extremely
Okay.
Yeah.
common.
Yeah,
Okay.
It would be against
a lot of.
the norm that,
Against the grain
Oh,
compared. Okay.
100%.
And
Okay.
I have no problem, am I allowed to speak freely here, or
Yeah.
do I have to? And-
Within
and-
an allotted time, though.
Okay, thank you, I'll give myself 30 seconds. I can appreciate what Joel's saying, but as I emphasize in other positions that I have, we keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. And I just, I'll leave that alone. Let's do something different, folks, here in Lonsdale. Anytime we get a chance within reason, I think we should. I think this is a reasonable request, and I'm hearing that I'm getting support on that. Let's give it a try. Mayor Berg can always go, no, 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 and remove them, all right?
We can bring it to council, but I kind of am leaning with Joel because it is usually an annual appointment of the chair.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean the same person can't be appointed or elected
Right.
or chosen,
Reappointed.
yeah, to be that role. So it's definitely something we can continue the conversation.
Thank you for considering.
Yeah, I try.
And then, do we want to also, so that it states that appointed for the term, elect a chairperson, are we electing a co-chair at that time to fill in if the chair is not there?
I think we need a co-chair. to step in. if
Chair
somebody's-
support.
Chair support?
We should have a chair and a vice chair.
Yeah,
Secretary's pretty common too.
yeah. For this, would we need a treasurer since we will be working with donations and things like that, or no, that we could,
It's just gonna get deposited into
Into the
city
account.
funds, so.
okay,
No treasurer? No treasurer?
no. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Excuse me, Joel, were you suggesting that we elect a secretary as well?
I guess I'll leave it up to you guys, but I mean, typically it's,
Because it,
chair, vice chair, and secretary are like in every organization.
Yeah,
Like the administrative.
but secretary, as you know, is, I hate to be the naysayer, but right now, I'm missing a secretary, one of the groups I lead, but secretary, since it's a small committee, is over there taking out notes, they're not necessarily, how can I say it, advising. I almost, could we use the television for the secretary and however you guys publish the minutes for the council meetings, could we do that here as well, since this is taped?
My guess is the secretary is gonna be Corey.
yeah.
Corey,
Pretty sure I'm gonna be
Yeah,
the
we were-
secretary.
thank you, okay.
Self-appointed.
Unless someone else wants to take minutes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, Corey. Okay.
And since we're on we're gonna have to decide who wants what term.
The 2 years, a
Yep.
3-year and a 4-year, wait, so it'd be two
Right.
2 years?
Two.
Is it
Two-
2 years or 3 2 years?
I think it's 2 years.
Just
Right
kind
now,
of
I
lump
have
all of
3
them
2
up.
years.
Okay. How, could we do 2 years, 2 3 years, and 1 4-year?
You guys can set up however you like.
What's your recommendation?
Not to have the majority of the board turnover in 1 year.
Yeah,
I
Right,
mean, that's the whole point of staggered terms.
yeah,
right.
that's why I'm thinking 2 and
Yeah.
1. What do you guys think?
I've said enough. So,
I think 2-2-1. If you got 3 people leaving after 2 years, and that's
Too
more than
much.
half the group, then
Yeah,
All right, so our first is 2, second is 2, 3 is 1, 4 is 3, 5 is, I agree, I'm just going a little lopsided here, 5 is 4.
3 is 3, right? So 2 3 years?
We have 2 2 years, 1 year.
They don't want
No, 1 year.
Oh, okay,
Because-
got it.
Yeah,
Scratch it.
Two.
but we could
Scratch
always
it.
change that down the road after this gets going.
So I have 2 for 3 years then?
Yeah.
Is that correct? And then we have 1 for
2.
4 years?
Yeah,
Two,
So
two,
2
two,
2,
three.
2 3, and 1 4. Yes.
I don't know about like appointing those officially right now since Mike is gone. It would be nice to get his
I
input
agree.
on,
Yeah.
and since we don't really need to have that set right now. That's okay, right?
But,
Yeah, it's gonna have to get done.
Yeah,
but the committee is in favor of having 1 chair, 1 vice chair, and then 1 secretary.
Yeah.
That's correct.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, good.
So Mike, you need to be here next month.
If he's watching.
I know.
All right, moving forward, we're at B, we're C2, meetings. The committee shall hold 1 regular meeting every month or as determined by the commission. Regular meetings may be canceled by the chairperson or city administrator if there is no business before the committee. All meetings of the committee shall be open to the public.
On that, where it's as determined by the commission, should that be changed to committee as well?
Sure, as determined by the committee, that's an easy one.
And then do we need to have in there where if we don't meet quorum, the meeting cannot be held? Or is that down further? Oh, here it is, never mind, sorry, it's in 4, I jumped ahead. I thought
Yes,
I
the
read it,
quorum
but
is on the second page there.
thank you.
So I want to make sure that, is the committee okay with the frequency of the meeting?
We might have to add some as we get closer, but again, that can be flexed in here.
A seasonal shift,
Yeah.
maybe.
Or even a special meeting?
Yeah. Does that need to be noted in there, that special meetings may occur? No, okay.
All right, number 3, meeting attendance. Any committee member who is absent from 3 consecutive duly called regular meetings of the committee shall be deemed to have resigned unless the absentee provides explanation to the chairperson. Everyone, we're okay with that? All right.
Yep.
And then Councilmember Miller, quorum voting. 3 members at the regular or special meeting shall constitute a quorum. All questions presented for vote shall be decided by a simple majority of those present. Number 5, records reports. The committee shall keep a record of its transactions, recommendations, and resolutions, which record shall be the public record. The committee shall make monthly report of its activities to the city council, also on before March 1st of each year. Make a report of its work during the preceding calendar year to the city council.
Yeah.
And I just want to give the committee a heads up that at this time, Councilmember Miller does report in on the park board each month as far as representation at the council meeting.
Okay.
But anybody in the committee can attend the council meeting.
Okay, great.
And it's usually at the end of the meeting that we give recaps of committees, so.
That is
Yeah.
correct. Finances, the committee must receive city council approval for each expenditure. This is our standard protocol, as far as, the city council approving any purchases, any contracts, etc. Bylaws, the committee may adopt bylaws and from time to time amend them. The bylaws and the amendments to the bylaws shall be approved by the city council. So what we're creating today, it can always be changed, but there is a formal process and when I say formal process, it's not just going to one meeting, it's going to, I think, a minimum of 3 meetings. So powers and duty, the committee is hereby designated to perform the following responsibilities. Consider, review, report, and advise on all city-sponsored special events. Matters which the council may refer to the committee. Got it? Develop immediate and long-range plans for city-sponsored special events and recommend to the council a feasible means of financing such requirements. Remember, this committee will be asking for donations and forming that future budget. Recommend to the council operating policies and procedures for city-sponsored special events. Number 4, the responsibility for enhancing city-sponsored special events through evaluation, planning, and initiating new programs and ideas. I think it's going to be very important that we track the success of these city-sponsored events. Coordinate and manage city-sponsored special events. And this gets into the expectations of everybody here at the diocese. I know that Councilmember Miller has talked about this, and even our city administrator, that everybody at this table, this is a hands-on committee as far as the actual day, working on separate projects, and there needs to be accountability for everybody's work here. So Councilmember Miller, that's all my red lines here. I have made my blue line changes, which I will update in the draft, but I do want to open it up. Is there any other further discussion that the committee would like to make recommendations or change? Because this is the perfect opportunity to do so.
I'll go around. I'll start with Steve this time since I started with Grace last time. Steve?
Okay, thank you. Moving back up to number 6, finances. It says the committee must receive city council approval for each expenditure. Could you expand on that, Corey or Joel? How do you read that? And I guess what I'm looking for is, one of the things that I caution us about is donations from the public. If this is a group that's strictly city-run versus a citizens group that the city participates in, there could be possibility that people wouldn't necessarily donate. I'm just donating to the city, I already pay taxes, I'm not, I've run into this before. So could you expand on that then, as far as expenditures? Is this mean that if someone wants to donate a food truck or a balloon or a bouncy house, or wants to donate in kind, I don't care, any large expenditure, that has to go before the city council if it's their dime? It's expenditure that we'd have to track, but we also have to track what kind of expenditure is. Can we flesh that out a little bit more on that? And I guess I'm asking for, is this a city-sponsored committee here?
Yes.
It is. It
Yep.
is.
All funds need to go to the city.
All funds need to go to the city. Okay. And then how are donations handled to this, and from an expense standpoint?
Typically, we accept donations by resolution, which is presented to the council, and it spells out the donation and what it's used for, so there's no issues down the road of, well, that's not what I intended my donation to be used for.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm getting at as far as bogging it down. Okay, we gotta bring this before the council, we gotta have a public hearing, possibly, I don't know, but I'm trying to streamline this so it feels more like excuse me, that's me, I'm just speaking for myself, more like a community up rather than a council down. And my background on saying that is, it comes from my experience with the Burnsville Fire Muster. I don't know if you all have heard of that or not. It's now called Community Days. And when I left the council there, I actually was asked to be in charge of that. And I'm not saying that to blow my own horn, but I learned a lot about this type of thing. And in that particular role for 13 years, heading that, and it's a 4-day event and about $200,000 a year event, but I learned that there was a working relationship with the city and the private businesses that was a very fine line of balance. And I'm just bringing it to our attention now. We have an opportunity here, it's a blank slate, to maybe take some of that experience, and maybe it doesn't apply here, but I think it does. The last thing I would want to be is to feel like we would exclude people and businesses, private donate, all of that, and bog it down by the minutia of protocol. That's all that I'm saying here. And doing things the way we've done it for the past 25, 30, 40, 50 years, I'm gonna stand on, this is new venture here. This is totally new venture. My fear is that it would be, I personally don't want it to become dictated by the city. I want the citizens to dictate this, come up. So if we can remove any minutia of resolutions, formalities of that, and make it a happy thing that, hey, I want to participate. I want us to keep that in the back of our mind as we go forward in this, all right, rather than just create another board. Another boring board.
Yeah, this is not gonna be boring.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Carver, that's the way that the council clearly set this up.
Yeah, we want
So
it,
it is set up.
It's already done.
yeah, and the
Okay.
reason we want the finances to be accounted for like that is like Joel stated, where it is transparent and open then, and it's officially on record, and
Okay,
it
well,
shows.
that's information, excuse me, that's
Yeah.
information I didn't have. If that's the way this is gonna be, then I'll rest on that. And let's go forward with it and see what happens, let's rock and roll.
And since it's new, you
Yeah.
know, we just have to kind of
Okay.
start somewhere.
I rest my case.
All right, all right. Josh, do you have any,
Nothing stood out to me. I think it's all pretty clear cut to me.
Sophie?
Yeah, I agree. The only thing would be if, you know, we needed to expedite maybe an approval through city council, having one of those special meetings or implementing multiple throughout a month instead of waiting a full 30 days before we get together, because the more efficient we can work, the more the community can be involved.
Definitely. Grace?
Today I'm just learning because this is the first time I involved in my entire life to become like a member in the city, you know,
Yeah.
because of I just came here for 6 years only, so I'm just learning. So
That's great.
yeah, I'm learning.
All right, thank you. Yeah, my biggest thing is just to remind the community that this is for the community, so everybody's always welcome to attend the meetings and give us input, contact us, reach out. We definitely want to make this a fun event and not burdensome, you know, and it's the whole point of keeping the small town feeling by doing something like this and really accentuating the robust history that we have here in Lonsdale, and it's just so awesome to live here, so.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's the bottom line of this committee, we're gonna have fun. It's fun,
All right, it's,
it's Miller time.
oh, wow.
It's my last name time. I don't even drink that, but anyways.
Okay,
We'll have to amend B1. It says, of the 5 members, 1 shall be a city council member. That clearly isn't the case.
Yeah, I'm
so-
the 6th person.
So it'll
Externally
be,
there.
Yeah.
set the word that's such that,
and where was that, Joel? D1 or B1? B1?
B1
B1.
composition.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it
there
should
it
be,
is, okay.
we'll have to word it such that the council rep is a, or members of
Liaison.
liaison.
voting.
It's not a voting
non-voting.
member, it's not a
But
voting,
that's,
Yeah, not a voting,
That is appointed.
right.
it's a non-voting liaison. Okay,
So that's why Carrie here.
yeah.
That's right.
And that's why we have 5, because then, you know,
Definitely.
yeah. Yes.
And then I guess, you know, what, you know, 7, what do we got, 7? D1, consider review, report, and advise on all city-sponsored special events. What is that list? Is it the Arbor Day event? Is it the liquor store tasting? What events
I think
are that? Are they?
it should be specific to the history, like if we're doing a special event for like tours of the schoolhouse, and we're doing like a day of history, you know, something aside from just the July 3rd potential Founders Day celebration, if we start incorporating other historical type,
More use like Old Tronium
Yeah.
Church and the cemetery.
so
The
not
Worthy House.
those other committees.
Just wanna,
Yeah, we should clarify that.
that's
though.
very
what
good
it says.
Yeah, so thank you for bringing that up.
Got that plate.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Joel.
All right, is there any other feedback from the committee tonight? And the future bylaws for the Founders Day Committee?
I think that's it for now. Hopefully not anything else. So that we can get this done for next month, like
All
have it
right.
forwarded to the,
So,
Excuse me, I do have a question or
Sure.
a point. Since these are, this board is an appointment of the mayor, is it clear that the mayor does have the power to remove someone? Is there an ordinance or a reference to that that we need to make? There's no reference in this as far as if you're writing bylaws or if you just refer it, because the mayor truly could remove any one of us at any time, personally, without, as I understand it, without the city council. I think we need some reference in there, or reference to that.
are you looking for him to remove you?
No.
Steve!
Here, can I tell you what happened? This is for, I was removed from the planning commission and, before I was elected to the city council, because the mayor and I disagreed, and she said, I won't have you on the board if you disagree. If you agree with me, that's fine. I said, I can't agree with you. And she actually removed me from a volunteer position. Then I ran for the city council and I was her peer. So that's why I bring it up.
Yeah.
I want people to recognize that, you know, this is fun, it can be fun, but it's serious too.
It
You
is.
can be, and you have to take it seriously,
Yeah.
or you can be removed. And I hate to throw a negative blanket on it, but it's the truth. Am I wrong, you guys? I mean,
I guess I would hope that if the mayor needs the council's approval to appoint, that the mayor would need the council's approval
To remove.
well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Does he or she? I think it's a point where,
We can look into it, I guess,
Whatever.
but
Next
Hey.
time, meet him and ask him.
Yeah, next time, hey, Tom, if you're
Directly,
out there.
Tom, give me a
Yeah,
call.
give me a call.
Give me a call.
Put you on speakerphone.
I don't want to belabor it, it's just a
No.
point, so we just need to be consistent in what we do here.
We're just gonna all do a really good job and
Perfect.
make this a great event that people are gonna love, and it's just gonna keep growing.
That's right, and they're gonna start paying us to do it.
That's right.
I love it.
Yes, because it is a community event.
That's right.
That's what it's for.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Are we good on the bylaws, Corey?
Yeah, I just wanna make sure that we're getting everybody's feedback. I could definitely make the updates that, we talked about. Do we wanna just move this straight to city council, or do you want me to bring the updates back to the next meeting?
I feel like me personally, we can go around too, but the sooner we get it done, the better. And if we all are in agreement of what we just discussed, I don't see a need to bring it back to us again and then delay it, and then go to the next council meeting. All in
I
favor?
agree.
Okay.
All right, okay, bring the cap-
Let's get her done.
Yeah.
All right, I just want.
I'm saying, we got a
I
time
just wanna
crunch.
make sure that,
Yeah.
I have a clear direction here, okay,
Yes.
guys? All right, well, good, very good. I will make that happen.
Thank you, Corey.
And then, moving forward to new business, C. Discuss 2026 Founder's Day event plan. Staff is requesting the committee to begin the planning process of the 2026 Founder's Day special event. Items of discussion as follows: volunteers and expectations, event date or dates, locations, partnerships, activities, and fundraising. So this is where we can have some fun here and open this up, but Kari, is there a vision from the council and the mayor? Do you want to start with that?
Yeah, so the vision is to bring the community together for a day of celebration around the day of Lonsdale's founding, which was July 2nd, I believe. And also for the 4th of July, so that we have fireworks again and a community celebration instead of everybody having to leave town to visit other surrounding communities that offer events like this. Also to partner with our local businesses to bring more business to them, make it a fun family-friendly event, just something really fun because that's what small towns do. They come out and celebrate together and get to know their neighbors. So that's kind of the background.
And then as far as just on our first bullet here, volunteers and expectations, let's talk about that. What is committee's expectations for your volunteer time here and for the event?
So for us personally as
Yes,
committee
because
members?
everybody, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, do you want me to go around first? or
Yes,
say-
no,
okay. Grace, do you have, what are your kind of expectations for your role here volunteering on this committee?
My expectation is that firstly, we know who is our target and what is the event will be look like to bring our vision and the mission to the community here, to be very clear, transparent. And also I really want like although we are volunteer, but we will unity together as a teamwork, not personal. If you like or you agree or disagree, you share with the kind like we learn and we teachable together, not personal. That is my expectation. And forgive my English as well.
You are fine.
Understood every word.
Yes. I love your English, Grace.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Steve?
Okay. So volunteers and expectations, so is this even dialing this back to the word Founder's Day? As far as under expectations, where I'm going with this, Founder's Day is such a bland, I understand, I've talked to Mayor Berg about this. Does this committee have the option to even entertain changing the name to something else other than Founders Day? You know, Rail Day, Diamond in the Rough Day, Courage Day, Bring Back History Day. Do we have that option?
Well, we're naming it the Founders Day Committee.
Okay,
So we're
So
know.
the event itself
The
could
event-
be named something different.
Okay, there, thank you for the
Perhaps.
clarification.
Right?
And we
So-
can have other events under the Founder's Day committee, but naming it
Oh,
something else. Like saying, like, some towns have this event sponsored by the Parks Board, you know, something like that. So it
Okay.
could be along that line.
Right. So my expectation then, number one of this, is to start bringing Highlight as a destination point, an annual destination point to Lonsdale from the other communities. And that's so far as even reaching out 100 miles to come to. If we make this event so magnificent that people look forward to it every year.
Yeah,
I think that's important.
definitely.
And then, as far as volunteer time personally, what I think we need to do is that we can't just sit here and have a meeting for 2 hours and expect then the city staff, Corey and Joel, and to do all of our work. Each of us should probably have a responsibility within this, and then we have to work our tail off outside of this meeting, and then we bring it back together. That's what I've seen work in the past. As far as time frame is concerned, I think it depends on the individual, number one. Number two, the task at hand. Number three, we have to, having the same vision, then we share and help each other. This could be 2 hours a week, it could be 10 hours a week. As we get closer to the event and the day of the event, usually it falls on about 6 people, 10 people, and they work their ever-living tail off. Let's try to avoid that. I don't have a tail to work off anymore. So anyway, that being, so my expectation is diamond in the rough, Highlight, work outside of this committee, assign task, and let's get her done, and that's yet to be defined.
Sounds good. All right, Josh?
Yeah, I think everything Steve mentioned, I think, like, the biggest thing for me was just, like, I like something that's in town, and, like, for 4th of July celebration, my family always goes to the North Morristown parade, and that's a big event too for, like, a small town, so, and that's still further away from Lonsdale, so I think, you know, there's a lot of kids in this town, and there's a lot of great businesses, and I think bringing that all together for a fun celebration is, sounds like a good time, so I'm all for the fun committee.
I like it.
Yeah,
So
it's all about fun.
yes.
Dare I say I want this to compete with community days,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
not be a step above what community days has become.
How about eliminate community days? Let's go that far.
Wow.
I'm serious.
Shannon,
I'm serious. I'm very serious about it, because that's doing the same thing the same way, same old thing, same old streets, same old vendors, same complaints, same thing. It's time to stop. And guess what? We're the bright shining light on the hill. How's that sound?
I mean, it's definitely possible, and I think the more we familiarize with the event planning, with the setup, getting to know who's willing to participate in town in terms of small businesses, big businesses, donations, sponsorships, and then of course the community, the most important part. How can we get the community to be so excited about this, so involved with this, that it does compete or eliminate the concept of a community day? Because if you think about it, community day should revolve around when this town became a community.
There you go.
You know, when it was founded, when it was created, and, you know, when it was built.
Yeah.
Yeah, my expectation is just that everybody works outside of our committee to fulfill the needs that we have for seeking out vendors, donations, you know, partnerships with our local community businesses and things like that. So I don't want one person to be doing all the legwork and then, you know, not spreading it out equally, and just really taking accountability for the assignment that you have, so that you follow through with it and it's not just left there hanging and then it just doesn't get done. I want this to go off really well, where everybody feels like they did a good job and nobody had to pick up anybody else's slack.
Yeah, we are accountable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just the volunteering, just being excited to be a part of the community and promoting it.
All right.
Yeah.
Kari, maybe you could fill us more in as far as the event date or dates go.
So initially, we were talking July 3rd or 4th. I've been finding it's really hard to get a fireworks vendor secured right now for July 4th, and so we're leaning on July 3rd because I do have potential firework, which we will talk about soon, and they have availability on July 3rd. Also, then we can team up with the Aces they could have a game on the 3rd, and so it just feels better to say the 3rd so that we can make this actually happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of communities have fireworks on July 3rd as well, so.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Because of which means that will be on Friday, right?
Yeah,
Because of next year, July 4th is Saturday.
yeah.
Okay. Just be clarified.
So I just want to clarify, right now, our goal as a committee will be assembling based upon fireworks Friday, July 3rd for a one-day event.
Okay.
And I do want to mention something too. I know a lot of our neighboring towns do July 3rd for their fireworks. So if there's a way that we can, I guess, make Lonsdale more attractive than the other towns so that we get people that have been going to Montgomery all these years, you know, to actually come here because people have been asking for this for so long. So I think if there's a way that we can really make it attractive for the community, say, hey, the fireworks are back. You don't need to go anywhere else, but stay right at home.
To that point, if I
Oh,
may.
no, you go ahead.
Sophie, to that point, this year at the Burnsville Fire Muster, they actually had, I believe it was 1,000 drones set up in one of the elementary, or actually the junior high field, and they actually spelled out Pawn America in this case, but we could have it spelled out Lonsdale, and I know the company
Wow.
that does
you
that.
do?
The other thing to make it very dramatic, sorry Grace for turning my,
No, you're fine.
maybe we should put every,
I'm
put
so
me on the
enjoyed,
end.
don't worry.
We need a circle.
Put me on the end next time.
I'm enjoying
We need a round
to
table.
listening to it, yeah.
The other thing that we could outshine, and I'm showing, if somebody steals this, it was said here.
It's on the
first.
record,
I know,
Steve.
it was said here, we can put, and we've done it before, put music to the
To the
fireworks.
fireworks, yeah.
Oh, that's
That has-
fabulous.
I mean, that is so cool.
It is very, and what else would make it cool is that other towns don't really promote events going on during the day.
Right.
They just have
Just
the
the
fireworks
show.
show.
Exactly.
So it's like, we're gonna make this a full fun day where
And
the
then
fireworks
people
is
can
like
camp.
a finale type of thing.
They
Yeah,
can
That's
camp
part.
their seats
Yeah.
for
We
later.
save
Yeah.
the best for the last.
yeah.
That's
Well, and then
right.
you stay later for like the band and
Yeah.
stuff like that, so, yeah. Okay, sorry, did we answer that question?
You go
Very
to
well.
the activities
Just-
already.
I don't know, don't wanna be the Debbie Downer all the time, but, so, you know, to, Grace's point, if it's Friday, you know, this week, it's gonna be Tuesday sometime.
Yeah,
Right.
And are, you know, are
Like
we
a
gonna expect
weekday.
people to take the day off?
Yeah, that is.
And have events all day long? Are we just hoping on people?
Should we make the date flexible year to
should make
year,
it
depending on the
flexible.
calendar?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
yeah.
it kind of depends on
I'm
the
just thinking out,
fireworks.
I'm just
vendor.
thinking out loud.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good point.
For community days,
Yeah.
right? That is usually what, the second
Second,
weekend?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's based on the month
Yeah.
versus the date.
Yeah.
So maybe that would give us more flexibility so that people
Or is it
aren't-
at 3 o'clock? I don't know, I'm just, again, just.
Right, I'm thinking like more of like an afternoon start, like
Yeah.
3 o'clock on. If I like what you're saying with I know how it'll be on a Tuesday or Wednesday, but the other problem is securing vendor, like the firework vendor in advance. Like it's really hard if it's gonna keep shifting, you know? I don't know,
Well, I'm fine with the 3rd,
Okay.
yeah,
but it's just,
yeah.
We
if we're
just
expecting that we're gonna have a
consider-
packed house
yeah.
at 10 in the morning,
Right, no, I'm thinking more like
Right.
probably
probably
the
not gonna
afternoon,
happen.
like going
Yeah.
forward, because it does get to be too
The
long
after
of a day.
school hours,
Yeah.
well, I guess, just
There's
kidding.
no school in the summer, but
More of the after
But
the
the
first
people will
shift
go
hours.
vacation, you know, so we consider about that, and then, yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, let's-
July 3rd.
Let's keep that idea flexible.
Yeah.
This year it's the 3rd, and then I
Yeah,
think it's
and
an
then
excellent
later we
point.
talk
we can
later.
see what we
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
up with
Sure.
going forward.
All right. And then as far as possible locations go,
So we really want to keep it focused in a centralized area, thinking the Main Street triangle type area, the Legion, Aces Field, Rail 19, Smoke could come on over, you know, things like that. because if we keep it more centralized, it, you know,
Agree.
it's easier. Of course, the fireworks would be in a different location, so people might have to walk or drive, but, keeping it in that smaller,
That's an interesting point. They don't have to be in a different location as long as the area is secured. We shot now it's about 40,000. We were shooting $20,000 worth off, and we shot them off in the elementary school baseball diamond. So it's a matter of securing the perimeter so that folks can't get in there and put their heads over the shells and all. We can shoot them off right in the middle of the city if we wanted to.
yeah.
And as far as the ash and all that, believe me, we've done it, pulled it out. People, the first time, oh, that ash hit my house. Well, they realize it didn't do any damage too. And then the excitement and synergy that you create.
Right, being up close is great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on the fireworks themselves though, because they have different size mortars and all
Yeah.
this other
Right.
stuff, and then they would determine the safest location to be able to set these off. We do have a location in mind. I forget the exact address, but
Yeah, I
Jamie
know that
Vosepta-
Councilmember Vosepta
Yeah.
was working on that location.
Yep,
Okay.
and it's
Or
still a
he
go.
has been working on that location
Yep.
for a while.
Yeah, and he
Okay.
did confirm with me it is still a go for that
Great,
location.
right out of the feed mill elevator.
All right, Jamie, you heard that?
I'm assuming it was Homburg's farm,
Yeah.
south of
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
Okay, so kind of
Cross
out
them.
of town. I was thinking if we did host it on Main Street or central to Old Lonsdale, not the old Tronium Cemetery, but the newer one on that hilltop. I want to say Halstead Avenue is the street, but it's kind of set back, but Main Street would get a pretty great view of it. I'm not sure with proximity and those
Yeah.
rules, so.
And the fireworks vendor has a really good idea about safety and how far away they need to be and
Okay.
sizing and things like that too,
Okay.
so, I don't know.
It is kind of cool though, when we had the band playing right up to the start of the fireworks, like playing the national anthem, and you can hear them.
Yeah.
And then the fireworks go out. There's something cool about that
It
too.
is cool,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
we'll work that out.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
All
just
right.
discussing tonight.
Partnerships. I know that the mayor's talked about Rail 19. I know that it's been spoken about, coordinating the Lonsdale Aces game. I know that you mentioned Smoke tonight, and getting other local businesses involved. So as far as partnerships expanding, Kari, what am I missing here, or how do you want to open this up?
Well, the Legion too, I think they'd be a really good partner because they're right in that area that we want to focus on. And then, just incorporating in those small businesses on Main Street, maybe they want to have a sidewalk sale or some kind of thing going on, just throwing out ideas, but just
Vendors.
keep your visions open,
Okay.
and just to brainstorm on ideas for partnerships because we do want to accentuate all the great businesses in town as well.
I mean, even the liquor store, 'tis the celebration time that people are utilizing that,
Yeah.
and we can definitely talk with her.
To create partnership, were you through, Sophie? I can't, were you done? Oh, I couldn't, were you done?
Yeah, I
Okay,
am.
sorry, don't want to overtalk. Partnerships, what I found was really exciting for businesses is that if we start a plaque and they get if they participate by either through donations or we can define that, and then we give them, and they love these badges of honor. And they put them on display. It is really cool, and you almost get, well, I have 7 of them. I've been with, the Founders Day, that kind of environment, it really works well.
Well, and this would be extra special because it's the inaugural,
It's the
Founders
kickoff.
Day.
250th anniversary.
yeah, 250th.
And I was there.
Yeah,
I mean,
I helped make it happen.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to think about.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun things to brainstorm on and get going.
And then since we're brainstorming activities,
Yeah.
I just want to make it sure that, we're involving local businesses,
Right.
our local restaurants, our local establishments. I think this is so important for the city. But as far as activities go, what is the committee just offhand thinking at this time? So we're thinking about like a 3:00 start time. I'm just trying to orchestrate or picture this.
Yeah, probably like 3:00. and have it go, you know, until midnight, 1 o'clock for the band. Hopefully we have a band. We could have various,
Oh, and then I thought was the mayor talking to Rail 19
About
about the
a street
Rail
dance.
19 hosting a band or
Yeah.
having a street dance?
Like having live music.
Yeah, I want to
right
make sure
there.
that I want to bring that forward, that discussion is occurring.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And about the activity is it that next year will be 250 National Day?
That's good.
That is a big number. So activities, I just thinking in my mind that firstly, it is like we can talk about the palace so that they can do the parade, like a special, because of that is a big number,
Yeah.
250. If that is the normal one, it's okay. But if we can talk with the police station, then we say that, hey, we have that day. Can you do the parade? And then also we have the dance like class in the town. We talk to them so that they can do one performance
Yeah.
with the song about the love of the country, not like any kind of the dance. So we focus in there. And then also my idea is that because of you want to talk about history of the Lonsdale, right? So not only the mayor will have a speech, but also you find anyone that who stay long in the Lonsdale, and they come and they can have a little speech
Yeah.
to talk about Lonsdale. And then a businessman to come and talk. So, but don't make it too thick. Make
Right.
it more like a how can I say? It's very official, but also it makes more people attractive. Even though for the young people until to the elder people, they are all enjoy it. That is very important.
And
That is my
incorporating,
idea.
Yeah, that's
I
a
like
good
it.
idea.
Yeah,
Incorporating the historic schoolhouse is also on the top of the list.
yeah. And there is the MC doing the MC script. And then talking, and then like a interview together, talking like an interview together. So it will be like a very special day for on that day. And then advertisement, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Because we're talking about
No, that's
activity. I'm sorry because of talking about activity.
Yeah.
I'm
No, that's
very
great.
like a brainstorm
That's
idea, a
no,
lot of
that's-
things.
I
Yeah,
love your passion, that's great.
yeah. That is my
I just have a segue onto that. That's why I
Yeah.
got so excited.
advertisement, which means like we can talk with Lonsdale News, like Sophie mentioned, that we can bring the people attraction, which means that we can put in the Lonsdale News or Facebook fan page, like keep doing that like 2 months, so that
Heavy
people,
marketing, for
yeah,
sure.
have the like a social marketing, digital marketing, or even though we can put some how can I say table tent at the Mercantile, at the rail bar, like something
yeah.
like okay, the
yeah.
fireworks. We
Cake
don't need
check.
to print it out like a lot of things, but like a black and white, but we can put there. In the cashier, don't put in on the board because they will not see it.
There's
Put
too
on the
much on
table.
there. Yeah.
So we talk with them and then can we put on the table so that
Yeah.
the people will see it.
And then K-Check Radio, have them
That's good.
advertise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Would somebody else like to go first?
Okay,
And
Josh,
I'll bring
I'll
up the
skip
rear.
you.
Yeah, just skip me first. I talk too much.
Well, yeah, I don't know when the Lonzo Aces game is, or like if they have their schedule or time, but it'd be sweet if they had like a night game, and then the fireworks was right after. I think it'd be cool if like the kids could like go run the bases after, and then they can set up a blanket and outfield to watch the fireworks. Then too, you can use the speakers to play the American music or whatever while the fireworks are going. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I like that.
That's great. It's super celebratory, like when the twins do stuff for
Yeah.
the kids and the
Exactly.
backpack runs and whatnot.
Yep.
I definitely agree with Grace on a parade.
Yeah.
I think a parade would be monumental for this, incorporating the police, the fire station, vets, especially the vets of our town, and the floats with the singing guys. I don't remember what they're called. Generational awareness is important for this because there's a huge couple of generations that have been here long before so many of us, especially before New Lonsdale even existed. And I think bringing something like this that will also entertain the masses of town, from, you know, older generations to little kids, would be really important. I think a vendor market would be really beneficial not only to local businesses, but to the community. It's another attractive appeal, just like any flea market. I get to go spend money, okay, you know, and then that would also benefit us if the vendors all have, you know, a set fee or application cost. I'm biased, but, you know, the Wilby House is the original farmstead of the town. I would be so excited if something could be arranged with that. It's kitty corner of the schoolhouse. We could set up food trucks along the end of the Wilby property, garden tours, outside yard games for kids and adults. Just any way that we could influence that if that's possible. And then
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
and then fun activities at the schoolhouse. You know, we get the tours. Steve Vosepka does an incredible job. I definitely want his involvement with the Founders Day, or, you know, whatever we name it, because he is so knowledgeable on this town and the people of this town. And if there can be activities at the schoolhouse or even the grounds, you know, there's plenty of land there that potato sack races or whatever for the kids, you know, even incorporating 1800s mentality things, you know, like old school stuff for the kids to do, even
Hot potato.
or like you know, the kids could do a dress up competition and
Like
win a prize.
reenactments.
Yeah. You know, we got Jesse James.
Of course.
No.
Hey, we
So-
can bring back the dunk tank for the city manager. I love it. As a fundraiser. Oh, sorry.
I mean, it is a creative thought.
It is a great.
But what about the
Sorry,
mayor?
Bill.
Yeah,
That might
Tom,
be
if you,
better.
Tom, you're going in the dunk tank.
Yeah, tell me.
Volunteered.
Voluntold.
But yeah,
We're
I
having
think
too much fun. Let's knock it
if
out.
we're gonna do
I'm just kidding.
if we're gonna do a historical celebration day, why not take that to the extreme
Yep.
and emphasize the historical factors? You know.
And Sophie, you're a perfect segue now to me.
Awesome.
Perfect one.
Great. I'm so glad.
This is, so along that line, if you're through,
I am through.
okay,
For
perfect.
now.
So, getting to the historical aspect of this and looking at other parades, and recently the Northfield Parade, we could have period people in period costumes.
Horses.
We can have horses, we can bring a steam engine, we can get a little steam engine like that hauls people around town just to show them the town.
Yeah.
Like
Buggy
a little
rides.
trolley, buggy rides, horses, steam engines, a photography
This is my
booth where you
historical
dress
dream.
up.
Yes.
You know, and we really make, and guess what? My favorite, horseshoes.
Yes.
And you can even have bobbing for apples. What the heck? Let's,
Yeah, all the
Germs.
all the old stuff.
old stuff.
But it's vodka in it.
Okay,
oh,
fine,
sorry, no, wait,
fine.
wait. Sorry, I'm
There's
going
the
over.
adult apples.
Yeah,
and then
it all-
kids apples.
So, but,
Yeah,
but
and-
keeping that thing, oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, you know, that
No,
whole
no.
period thing, and then I talked to one of the commanders at the Red Bulls, and we could actually get a couple of pieces that they allow for the military, since, you know, so,
They could do a flyby.
Yeah.
well, to that point, ready, here's the grand poobah.
Yeah.
I know people that could fly with a banner on back,
Yeah, that's
and
what I
skydivers that could make a jump and land right out here,
Oh,
That would be awesome.
That
in
would be
period
awesome.
gear.
Right?
With their bayonets.
little leather.
Little leather Snoopy, you know?
Yeah, yeah, because of that special day.
That's
Yeah,
right.
doing the banner.
And I'm
like that.
serious, we
I
can,
like
we
it.
can make that stuff happen,
Yeah.
guys.
That's good.
I agree.
All right.
See how
I
much fun
agree.
this is already. All right, so this is a great start for brainstorming, and if you do any legwork ahead of time now to try to just have more info to bring back to the next meeting, that'd be great too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this wrap this segment up with
Yeah.
fundraising.
Yeah.
Because as far as a budget goes, I believe we're establishing this with our fundraising, correct?
Yes.
So, and I know that you are working with, or you've been in contact with a fireworks vendor, and that price range varied from
So it kind of depends.
Yeah, and I didn't mean to put you on the
No,
spot
it's okay.
here,
I have
but
it pulled up. I
just
just
a
have to
range.
look. So, the company I've been talking to, he actually does, Northfield, Belle Plaine, New Prague, Monty, La Center, Waterville, and Faribault. He does, this is the average, cause I reached out to a bunch of them. It's $1,000 to $1,500 per minute. And 14 to 18 minute shows are the most common. And we can customize it with however we choose.
And I'm sorry, you said 14 to 18 minute shows are most common?
Yeah, and it's 1,000 to 1,500 per minute, and with a variety of different mortar sizes and things like that. We can customize it, but if we're looking at a 14-minute show, you know, that's minimum $14,000.
Right.
But if we want a little bit bigger,
Longer.
but not even longer, like 14 is fine, but if we want to make it bigger, you know, then we want to
Yeah.
budget on the higher side. So just to give a rough estimate. And, yeah, and that's kind of the common,
Well, I'd raise my hand for 20,000, because 20 minutes, it just kind of pushes it over the top. And I'll also volunteer to be the finance donations director and reach out to every business here in town.
perfect.
I have a little bit of experience with that.
I think you do.
And so I'll take that on.
Okay.
That's something I can do.
I like that.
Lifting garbage cans and running on gators is kind of beyond me now, okay?
You can go on a gator, come
Well,
on.
whatever, okay.
Okay, so yeah, that'd be great, Steve,
Okay,
thank
I'll
you.
do that for us.
And then we can talk about like sponsorship levels and donation levels and
Sure.
those plaques and, you know, recognition and.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
We would definitely, like for all of the sponsors and donations,
Yeah.
we would be promoting them. I'd like to have a
That-
separate page on social media run by the city for Founder's Day specific, or this committee, so that we can help promote events that way and give shout outs to like sponsors and things like that too,
Yeah.
with links to their pages and services.
I have a question,
Yeah.
if I may. I know there's possibility of grants for something like this.
Yeah.
If I was to collect $20,000 for, and specifically say fireworks, would that negate the grant, or could we still use the grant for other things?
We should be able to use the grant for other things as
Because
well,
I would like to say I'm collecting for fireworks only,
yeah.
and just start with that.
Yeah,
But I don't
think
want to
that's
take
the
away.
main
Yeah.
mission.
Main
The
thing.
main, yeah,
Okay, because if we can grab money for a grant though,
Yeah.
to bring in the period cut, you know,
yeah,
this
all the other
stuff.
fun stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
And I think because that's two completely different functions, you know?
right.
And then I also like this committee to have input on the grant writing too. I don't want
Yeah.
one person to write it.
Yeah.
I want, if one person wants to, I don't know who the grant writer for the city, I assume it's
You're
Corey
good at
or
grants,
or
right?
who is it?
I don't.
I don't
Any
know.
more experience.
Well, whoever it is,
Experience.
you know, if they want to go after that, but then
Gotta
with
start
input from
somewhere.
us.
All right, Josh, no, I'm just
I can
kidding.
figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that'd be great,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, this is wonderful. I'm seeing different positions as far as donations, parade, activities, partnership, grant writing. So it's something that, you know, if you don't mind, start thinking forward to our next meeting of who's gonna want to spearhead these different categories.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I want to think about Scott Palava, what I saw him doing the last number of years with the Lonsdale Days. He is an operations guy. He has his fingers in everything. He knows where every garbage can is, where every nuance is. If we can tap into him and even get him to volunteer and help us out, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
Because he is an operations guy.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
great resource for
Yeah.
sure. He does a great job with.
And he's a business owner in
And he's part
town.
of the city council too, so we can have a
Yeah.
little poll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Oh, sorry, we're not supposed to say that.
No, I think he's an asset to the town and the community for
yes,
sure. A lot of
definitely.
people know his name too, so having his involvement
Yes,
would
definitely.
be ideal.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, Corey, for other business under fireworks, did I cover that already, but out of order?
No, I thank you for covering that. So
Yeah.
you do have some quotes, and it's a matter of we need to secure it.
Yeah, Corey is the one I was talking to. And he said that he usually sends out contracts in early November. So I am going to touch base with him after tonight's meeting and let him know that we did discuss this, because I told him that our first meeting was October 13th. But they do start sending out contracts early November, so.
Wow.
So I think it's the high importance that we lock in a
Lock in
I
the
agree.
fireworks.
vendor.
Yeah.
Do you think that we should schedule a special meeting before our next November meeting?
I do.
So that we can get Mike in here at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm looking at the calendar for the rest of this month, it's kind of full with
It
meetings.
is, I know, I
So
can't
I don't
believe
know,
we're
I
already
think-
midway through the month.
I'll
If
be
we-
honest, if someone can't make it, they can't make it. It
Yeah.
just is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think for him to be here for appointing like terms, you know, so that he has a say. But I think I'll reach out to the fireworks to remind him to send us that contract, so we can secure it.
So do we have to put money down or?
I don't know how
mean-
it works, that's why I wanna reach out and get more info
Yeah.
and see what we need to do. And then I'll just email.
Or we're all in favor of this. Is this something that could just be expedited straight to the city council?
Yeah,
I would, that's what I was gonna recommend, let's get it done. Let's just get
Yay.
it done.
yeah.
Yeah, let them.
Because I believe is the committee all in favor of at least an 18-minute to 20-minute?
14 to 18.
14 to 18,
Yeah.
just to
We'd
give a
love
variety.
20, but
They said that beyond 18, people kind of start to lose interest and it fizzles
oh,
off.
interesting.
So they, like that sweet spot is 14 to 18,
Okay.
from what they've,
I guess if we're just gonna bring it to the council, I think feel a lot more comfortable if it was, you know, I don't wanna bring it back to the board and everyone's thinking 18 and we're getting 14.
Yeah.
right.
Well, I'm gonna make a recommendation that we go with 17 minutes.
17 and a half. No,
Oh, here we go.
Right before people get bored.
yeah.
That's right, that's
Yeah.
Just right at the perfect sweet spot.
That's right. And we take it directly to the council, so Kari doesn't have to jack around with this, just get the contract and go.
Yeah.
I agree.
So 17 minutes?
Is 17, everybody?
I think that's a great goal.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
fine.
All right,
I like
17.
Goal of 17 minutes. All right, July 3rd.
Yeah.
July 3rd.
All right.
Oh.
And then the last thing on my list, on the agenda list tonight, is that as far as grants go, our city administrator came across this Minnesota Humanities Center 2025-2027 festival grants through the state of Minnesota 2025-27 biannual legislation in arts and cultural heritage fund. The Minnesota Humanities Center will administer $3 million in grants to organizations and local government to support cultural festivals and events throughout Minnesota. It's open to, I'm just going through some highlights here. Open to local governments. The only problem is the application deadline is November 17th. So that is right around the corner. And it's for local government in Minnesota to support cultural festivals and events throughout the state. Grant funds awarded may support arts and cultural programming, staffing, community outreach, transportation facilities, and equipment rental, signage, and public safety expenses reimbursements. You may request any amount of funding up to $200,000 each year for each grant period. And then it gets into more specifics. The Minnesota legislature also already identified the following organizations to be given priority. You could see that on page 3. So this is an opportunity. Going further back into the actual RFP for proposals, it gets into, I believe it's page page 6, project details, the criteria. How well does the project select as many as possible, preserve the honor and cultural heritage of Minnesota, provide education and student outreach on cultural diversity,
Support the development of cultural diverse humanities programming, including arts program by individuals and organizations. Empower communities and building identity and culture, including but not limited. So this is starting on around page 6. I just want to identify the criteria for the grant.
Okay, if I may, or Grace, okay.
Thank you.
Found in the documentation, it's not numbered, but it's, funding must provide, if we request this, we have to provide free admission of attendees, and organizers must demonstrate that they are not requesting more than 50% of their overall budget. But then you read down further, if you request $25,000 or more, you will need to submit financial documentation with your application. I would like to not request more than $25,000. I would also recommend that we request at least $20,000, just identifying if we want public, if the police department's not going to donate their time, which I don't know if they will or not, but I've had to negotiate with unions on that for the fire marshal. We need to look at costs for public safety, BIFs, possibly entertainment, but the fireworks alone, it will set us there. So I'd like to go for a grant of $20,000.
No, $24,999.
$24,999.
Yeah, because then it's below.
That is perfect. $24,999. Actually, $22,499. But and then also, Corey, if we could grab a hold of one of these other organizations, or if we know of an organization that is submitted to this already, and we use their for a template, so we don't have to reinvent the wheel, so we can make this commitment. And don't put this thing on a shelf. Let's get after it right now. We can't say there's not enough time. This is not that big of a deal in terms of writing this little guy.
Well, and our next meeting is the week before this is due.
Right,
Yeah.
November 10th, and this is due on the 17th.
So find a template, if we have one, keep it at $24.99 or something less than 25, so we don't have that documentation. Define it as public safety, public safety is probably the big one that would sell this grant here, and then bringing community together for a synergy of enhancement of the community and tax-based growth. I don't know what their goal is here, I didn't read it.
Well, we need to we need to make sure they know that this is to celebrate our heritage of Lonsdale in the community and to bring community together. And it is a free event for the community to attend, because that is part of the
criteria.
Yeah. So, what would be helpful for you, Corey, for us to get this in, or Joel?
I guess, if you guys wanna just provide some suggestions or ideas or key
Yeah.
points, and we can build off of that.
Okay.
Going back to the fireworks, not to beat a dead horse here, but, so we said 17 minutes, but, are we getting a price for $1,000 show a minute, 15, it's
Right.
$8,000 swing.
I know.
Right,
That's-
it's like,
that's
do
the
you
thing, I
appoint
need
the
to-
finale?
I need to reach out to him.
They usually videotape these, so they use them for marketing purposes. Have him show you a 14-minute show, a 20-minute show. What usually happens at fireworks is, depending on the biggest boom. People are impressed. Some communities don't want the boom; they want more glitz. So we need to.
I want the booms.
Yeah.
Or the balance.
Or the bounce one.
Well,
But Joe makes an excellent point.
Right, but for reference, he does the Northfield, the Belle Plaine Barbecue Days, New Prague, the Monty Winter Show, La Center, Waterville, and Faribault. So like, if you've been to any of those.
Yeah, I'm not questioning his
Right.
capabilities.
No, I know, but that's just kind
Well,
of,
what are we getting, though? We're
That's-
getting,
No,
Especially
right.
if we're just gonna bring it to the council, and then we're
Yeah.
coming back with a $17,000 show, and the expectation of this committee is 25.
Yeah,
If he can show you,
I can, yeah.
that'd be great.
maybe 3-minute finale
Yes.
of the bigger boom,
Yeah.
right? And some of that grant or that budget for the $1,500 fireworks, and then the minutes preceding that would be the more glitzy fireworks.
And maybe
ranging
I
around
can get a
1,000.
donation. Do you want to do the grand finale? Donate 10 grand for the grand finale, and we'll put your name in lights.
That would be crazy cool.
I love it. And we
And the
get the laser
drones.
light show going
That
too,
would be
with the
cool.
music. Oh,
The
boy.
drum.
Okay, so-
Yeah, the drones.
The
I love
drones
it. We're gonna
will
make
be
this
good.
happen.
Yeah.
But as far as the grants go, I think Joel's right. Like I said, this is active participation.
Right.
It's not just,
No, it's not.
we
you
need
guys just-
everybody to
Yeah.
engage
Right.
here.
So-
So I'm thinking, Josh, you said you're gonna look into this. Josh, I'm gonna sort of ask for your help here. To take a partial lead to it, get us information. Joel just said, hey, please send us the feedback. I think that we really need the feedback by, it's the 13th today. At least give it another week or so and get back to me, or get back to the email chain.
Sure, yeah.
That's been created in the meeting, or
That'd be
in the
great.
communications. So 7 days out.
Maybe just Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Friday's great.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's Monday, so Friday.
Yeah.
Just gonna give us more time to
Right.
package it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
So that would be helpful. Like I said, this is an active group, and
Yeah.
we need everyone's assistance here, okay?
Yep, for sure.
And I think the key thing, as Steve said, is just finding that template online someplace,
Yep.
or one that's been submitted already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, if you could, group or committee, if you can get back to that email chain by this Friday, that would be very helpful. And if there's a writer in the group, that's wonderful.
I can help with whatever needs to be done.
All right. Kari, anything else here? There's a lot that needs to be compiled here as far as molding all the minutes here. But is there anything else that needs, that the committee should discuss tonight?
I just want to reiterate, put any suggestions or comments about that grant or any other ideas that you might have in advance in that email chain so that we can determine if it is an agenda item for next month's meeting. And just everybody, you can start doing your legwork on brainstorming. If you want to look into whatever you want to look into, just go ahead and do that so that at November's meeting, we have more info to go off of.
Yeah.
And Cory, is this the email chain that was sent to us to
Yeah,
get us here?
like as a group,
Okay.
yeah.
I'd just be very cautious of the open meeting law and serial meetings and
Yeah, we,
going with email chains.
Oh, okay.
that's true,
Just a
because it's
heads
yeah,
Supposed to be making your decisions and having your meetings at public meetings, not
On
Yeah.
record.
over email chains.
it wouldn't be a
Yeah.
decision, right? If we're just brainstorming and sending information for the agenda,
That probably would be fine.
because it's not making any decisions, it's just saying, hey, I looked into this and this is,
Something to be cognizant about.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
definitely.
great to know.
Correct, very
Yeah.
correct.
Joel, just help me with this. I didn't realize that appointed positions were subject to the open meeting law. I thought it was only elected positions, was my understanding. And this is an appointed position with one elected.
I can verify that.
Would you verify that? Because I can verify it too, but I was under the impression we didn't have to worry about that.
I don't want to break any rules. I want to do this
Well, I
the
do.
right way. I'm just a troublemaker.
Troublemaker, I can look into it too, Joel, but I think it's elected only.
Alright. So, our next meeting then will be Monday, November 10th at 7:15 right here at City Hall. And if there's, do you have anything else?
So every Monday, I
Well,
mean every month.
yeah,
Which is
every
in-
month, yep.
In one day?
The second Monday of the month,
Okay,
yeah, at 7:15.
okay.
And we're going directly to the council
Yeah, and
with the
if,
fireworks, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
and if you can't make it to a meeting, just send, Corey the email to let him know that you can't attend.
Because of, I wish that it will be Wednesday.
Yeah, we can't do that, but, Yeah.
Because of the kid.
yeah. I'm
Tyler
sorry.
worked until 9 p.m.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so can we get, do we need a motion to adjourn?
We're not formal yet.
Okay,
But
then-
I'm just gonna say the meeting was adjourned at 8:38 PM.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Was it fun?
That was great.
Yeah.